Welcome to Sunday's Darshan, everyone. Namaskar. These darshans are a joy for me. In fact, that is going to be my way of the future. I absolutely love darshan. That energy meeting, that energy togetherness. And the tremendous excitement is that we can do it beyond the space. As our essence is omnipresent. You're here with me and I'm there with you. That's omnipresence. And we are actually everywhere. Not if we focus on the body, but if we focus on the essence that is omnipresent. Essence is omnipresent. And that is just an idea when you don't realize it, but it becomes a realization when you experience it. And that is the key. Making these teachings a realization. Initially, it begins with a possibility. Opening up yourself to the possibility. When your soul resonates with something, you open yourself to the possibility and you stay with it as a possibility. You don't need to believe in it. Stay with it as a possibility, following the instructions of the wise until you can actually experience it. That was what happened to me in India at 21. A possibility that resonated with my soul became a realization. I knew that love existed in my soul. I knew that peace existed in my soul. There was no question. I resonated with that. It's in the inner space. And when it actually happened, when there was spiritual awakening, there's this marvelous experience of joy in my soul. Can you imagine me feeling happiness in my soul when I never felt it before? I felt loveless, I felt joyless. And then suddenly it erupted from my soul. And a possibility became a realization. And it is then I realized I'm not the body. That is the beginning of it. I wasn't any enlightened person to speak about, but there was definite spiritual awakening and spiritual realization. And when I left India, I didn't care to be enlightened because my cup was being filled completely at every stage. I couldn't beg. I was so filled, and I know there was so much more that I knew I had to work for it. I had to uncover it. So there was no begging. There's a beautiful process of spiritual unfolding that we call Mahayoga. That unfolded. A magical yoga. Some may call it the royal path. You don't have to do anything. She does it. How does life look from this view? I see a play. I see a stage. I experience reality as something different, an essence, a thatness. Cannot be described. I observe the mind, and I love creating thought constructs and dismissing them. It becomes a plaything. Create an idea, not caught up in it. I could give it up. And when it serves me no more, I give it up. I detach from it. It's there in my consciousness as a memory, but not a reality. It's a memory. And of course, as I upgrade the memory, the older ones become obsolete, and the latest one becomes a more effective one. So I play with the thought constructs. I play with the emotional constructs. But one of the things that I absolutely love is revitalizing the body, taking care of the body. observing what food does to it, observing what breathing does to it, observing what rest does to it, observing what stress does to it, and the lack of stress, observing how I can make it shine, and observing when it tends to look dull. I see some of you in the meditation, your head is down. No. And I'm thinking, no, no, no. Revitalize, revitalize, revitalize. Observe, you have all the tools. The moment your posture begins to change, no, no, no. No, no. In the meditation, you can breathe for the whole thing. Where do you want to go? There's no going anywhere. There's an observation. There's an observation of every level of being and taking care of every level of being in the meditation. The goal of meditation is to come into the witness state. It is not a sleep away. It is not a go into some kind of euphoric state. No, it is to be absolutely present. And the moment you do that, you begin to see what is happening with the body. You begin to see what is happening with the mind. You begin to see what is happening with the emotional being because you're very present. Enlightenment is being very human. Because you can use the humanity to your fullest when the mind is clean and clear. And you're held in your essence. Then you can be truly human. Otherwise, you think you're human. But you're identifying with the humanity in limited ways. When you become more and more aware, you use the humanity beautifully, and that is what is important. And one other thing that's extremely important, that as you become more and more aware, you see clearly, not only the stage of life, not only the opportunities, not only the opportunities for growing consciousness, but you see the temporary nature of the human experience. Life is but a stage, we are told. Life is but a dream, we are told. It is. It is. Where is your reality when you were a young boy or girl? You actually lived it. Where is it now? If you were an athlete or a sports person, where's the reality if you're much older now? I'm looking at these sports people. I love sports. And I'm seeing in the brightness of youth. And then I'm seeing when they get older what happens. They can't run like before. They can't play like before. They can't do it. Where did it go? Where did youth go? Was it real? Was it real? Was it absolutely real? And when you are actually happy about something, and now just sadness surrounds you, where did the happiness go? Is it absolutely real? So too the sadness is not absolutely real. Do you identify and own sickness in the body as your reality? Or do you open up to the possibility of an experience beyond the sickness? Can the body be sick and not you? I'm listening to my mother groaning in the last days. Mom, what's happening? Oh, I'm fine. And I understood. The body is groaning, but not her. Life is temporary. Sometimes you want to go back to the past realities, but no. Stay with the existing ones. Stay with various stages. Stay with it and grow with it. You want to leave this life. You want to leave this life a more aware soul, a more conscious soul. That should be your goal. Otherwise, the life is wasted. I see so many people. They live a life of no growth. In old age, they're still the same way as when they were younger. No growth. Don't let that be you. Don't let that be you. Don't have the same habits of the youth still be with you if they are bad habits. The good ones, you can keep and grow them. The bad ones, you want to detach from them and let them go away. I could give you happy talks and speak about all these beautiful and bright things, but this is the reality. And don't blame the world. We want to blame the leaders across the world. The world is happening just as it should. Life is proceeding with its naturalness of the yugas. Darkness and light must flow like night follows the day, and day follows the night. So it's to the yugas, and so with life. The dark periods are going to come, the light periods are going to come. That's what life is about. Death, disease, decay, birth, progress, flourishing of civilizations, fall of civilization, decay. And that is the nature of life. Do you want to change that? Flow with it. Flow with it. Wisdom is flowing. With the changes in life. Only the eternal witness beyond time is where we should be centered. The Thatness, the beyond. And grow into that, grow into that, grow into that like I did. Grow into it. Stay with every step, enjoy every step. Your cup runneth over at every step. Just let it run over. Don't be impatient. You are given enough at every step. Be grateful. Be conscious. See it. Don't want more than you can contain. You want more? You want your cup with more, it's going to fall over. As it does. Because I've been teaching you for a long time. How much are you already picking up? As much as your cup can contain. Get larger containers. Open up the mental space. Fill up more, fill up more, fill up more. Let your excitement be looking for the containers and getting them and using them. Let the cup grow. Let the cup grow. And at some point, the jar will break. And the space will be one. Because the jar ultimately cannot contain your omnipresence. All will be one. Not when you shed the body, you'll become one with the Supreme. When you shed the ego. Not if you leave the body now, you don't become realized. You go with the same ignorance that the mind has. Break the jar of the ego mind. And then what is within and without are one. As within, so without. That is the realization. So I hope this has been a joyful message. A message of hope. A message of possibilities. And be the best you. Stay with what is. Don't go out on a tangent. Don't go out on a limb that you're likely to fall. Stay within your reach and grow. Grow. You were given enough at every step. The play is perfect. Have a happy Sunday, everyone. Let's be in joy. Stay in joy. Namaskar, everyone.